Okay, so this is a video on my 83 Ford Ranger. Has a 302 swap in it out of a Fox Body Mustang. It is an HO motor. It was fuel injected, swapped it to carburetor. Has a wine intake. 600 Holley vacuum secondary. Running DuraSpark ignition, which the truck was already had with the 4-cylinder. But I'm running obviously the V8 distributor, but you can run a DuraSpark box. Ford Explorer radiator out of the first gen Ford Explorer, 92-ish, something like that. Custom mounted, obviously. The water pump barely clears it. You can fit that's probably about an inch clearance, maybe half inch. All the drive accessories are from the Mustang, including power steering, AC. The alternator is upgraded. You got the cooling fan on the front. It doesn't work too good in Arizona when it's 110 out, but during the winter it runs fine out here, which is mostly when I drive it because it doesn't have AC. I do have the heater hooked up. The AC box I did trim a little bit back there in the corner, boxed it back in. I know the wiring's still kind of a mess over here. I gotta pull out that old voltage regulator and stuff. It's on the list. Custom hydraulic clutch line. I had that made from a guy here in town. I am running tri-Y headers on it from early 70s Mustang, one of those long nose Mustangs. I guess that's what those go in, so they are long tubes. T5 transmission. There's the shifter, boot. That's how far. I made a custom plate for it to cover up the original hole and moved it back about that far. Everything in here is temporary. It's all getting new interior eventually. But yeah, the truck originally was a standard, so I didn't have to do pedals or anything like that. Cross member on the bottom is custom. Let's see if I can get you a shot. All it is 2 pieces of angle iron sitting on top. It's got a Crown Vic drive shaft. Kinda, it's a Police Interceptor, I think like 05 and newer, something like that. Ford Explorer rear end out of like a 92. It's got, I put Crown Vic brakes on the back. If I was to do it again, I would recommend getting one that already has disc brakes. My mufflers and stuff are just kind of temporary stuff right there. Probably gonna switch it up eventually, but still got things like the clutch cable to deal with the rear brakes. The slave cylinder I'm running on, the transmission, it's kind of hard to see. Let me see. You guys can kind of see it right there. It's a piece of angle iron bolted to the back of the bell housing and then just ran up. That slave cylinder is from a 95 Ford Escort with a 5-speed, obviously. And then I just used like a piece of all thread, ground it down smooth for the push rod, and that makes it adjustable too. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the underneath and stuff, and the body and all that is just a work in progress. I'm gonna get a new door for this side because the whole bottom of it is kind of pushed in. So yeah, I made my own motor mounts, so kind of hard to see, but that's just a plate right there with a bolt welded to it. So yeah, not finished yet, but it does run and drive. So I don't know, if you guys want to see anything else, let me know.